Hello, my dear friends and students. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is lecture number 6 of chemical bonding. In the last lecture, we discussed about the hybridization involving sp orbitals as well as using sp and d orbitals. In this lecture, this is very important lecture which we are going to discuss on VSEPR theory, that is valence shell electron repulsion theory, where we can see why this theory is need first and then assumptions of valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, that is VSEPR theory. Then we are going to see bonding and shape of ClF3 molecule as well as Cl2O molecules. Let me start. So first of all, that is what is the VSEPR theory, that is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, which is required. So first of all, we try to understand why it is need of this VSEPR theory. In most of the molecules, in the previous molecule we discussed that is BuS2, BF3 as well as CH4 of the molecules which having the different hybridization like sp2 and sp3 hybridization having the regular shapes. It means where in the valence shell, that is the bonded electron pairs, unpaired electrons are bonded with the surrounding atoms. There are no more any non-bonded electrons are in their valence electron. So here with that there is a shape of the molecule. It becomes linear, trigonal, planar, tetrahedral shape with respect to the corresponding hybridizations. Here there some molecules like water and ammonia having the central atoms of oxygen and the nitrogen are both are surrounded by 4 electrons. It is so expected to be the tetrahedral of regular shape, but however these molecules having a different shape which having the H2O molecule has V-shaped with bond angle of 104 degree, as well as ammonia molecules having the pyramidal shape with bond angle of 107 degree Celsius. In order to explain these irregular shapes of the molecules, where we have to understand the VSEPR theory, that is valence shell electron pair of the repulsion theory. There are some assumptions here. We can see assumptions of VSEPR theory. In a molecules, electrons in the valence shell of the any central atom, say A, forms pairs with the opposite spins. Second, these pairs tend to stay from one another as far as possible in order to minimize their mutual electrostatic repulsion. Means there must be minimize the electrostatic repulsion, as well as some or all of these pairs electrons may be involved in bond formation with other atoms, say to be the B. The pairs which are used to in bond formation called as the bonded pairs, or we can say also it's a shared pair of electrons, while the pair of electrons are not used in the bond formation, that is called as the lone pairs, or that is non-bonded electron pairs or unshared pairs. So these non-bonded electrons plays very important role in the shape of the molecule that becomes shifted from that is shapes of regular to irregular of the shape of a molecules. In the first approximation, all the pairs are like to be treated alike. In the same case, a lone pair requires more space as compared to the bonded pairs. Means it occupies greater volume than the bonded pair, because bonded pairs are attracted by the two nuclei, but the lone pair is attracted by the only one nuclei. Therefore, it requires the more space for the lone pair of electrons. The repulsion between the lone pair of electrons is greater than the repulsion between the bond pair of electrons. That is definitely already we studied in the some previous standards also. There are the repulsion of the lone pair of electrons is greater than the repulsion between the bonded pair of electrons. In order to here we can see the order of the lone pair is greater than the repulsion of lone pair bond pair, while with the bond pair of the electrons. If a central atom in a molecule is surrounded only by the bonded pair of electrons in its valence shell, then we can say that the molecule has completely regular geometry or regular shape. In another way, if the central atom in a molecule has one or more lone pair of electrons or one or more non-bonded pair of electrons, then the molecules definitely has the irregular shape or distorted shape of the we can say geometry. With this, we can say this VSEPR theory is very necessary for understanding the some shapes of the molecules. Let me start here. Bonding and shape of the ClF3 molecules. This is one of the molecules. It is explained on the basis of the that is VSEPR theory, where the shape of this molecule is a T shape, having it involves sp3d hybridization. Consider this molecule of ClF3 having the chlorine is a central atom, and it has electronic configuration, that is atomic number of chlorine is 17. Here we can see that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p, that is 5, or we can say here that is simply 3p is 2 having the 2 electrons, 3py having the 2 electrons, and 3px having the 1 electrons. It is surrounded by the 3 fluorine atoms. Again, the atomic number, that is electronic configuration of fluorine, that we know it's a 9. So that it having the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, that is 2p, 5 means it having the 1 unpaired electrons. Means this 1 unpaired electron it can bond form with the that is central atom of the chlorine. Here the central atom of a chlorine undergoes the hybridization, that is sp3d hybridization, where we can see the here we can see the 3s2, that is 3p, 3py and 3px. All these molecules undergoes the hybridization, where it having actually it having the 1 unpaired electron. But in the case of the at the time of the excited, that is at the time of the hybridization, this one of the paired electron it becomes promoted to the vacant of that d orbital, that is it becomes py is the one orbital that is empty, that is it having the one unpaired electron, as well as d orbital it having the one unpaired electron. So now the central atom of the chlorine it becomes, that is 3s2 having the 2 unpaired electron, 3px2 having the 3s2 having the 2 paired electrons, 3px having the 2 paired electrons, and y z as well as d orbital of the chlorine having the 1 unpaired electrons. Here this all these undergoes the hybridization, that is s and 3p orbital as well as the 1 d orbital undergoes the hybridization. Already here we can see that is s orbital, and one of the p orbital is having the fulfill of the that is non-bonded electron, means already it having the some paired electrons. So now this paired electrons becomes forms into the non-bonded, means these pair of electrons called as the non-bonded. Now these all these undergoes the hybridization, forms into 5, that is sp3d hybrid orbitals having 3 unpaired electrons and the 2 having the paired electron, that is known as the non-bonded or lone pair of electrons. Here we can see now this unpaired electrons bond with the surrounding atom, the fluorine atom, and it can have the shapes having the possibility. Here we can see 3 central atom is a chlorine is a in the central, as well as the fluorine atom surrounded to this chlorine having the sp3d shape. We in the regular shape of the sp3d, that is trigonal bipyramidal shape is there, but now here this molecule it becomes a T shape. Here these lone pair of electrons it becomes that is axial, as well as the it possibility of the where we can see that is equatorial. A, B, C and 5D. There are different possibilities here we can see, but at the most always the lone pair of electrons, that is where the position can be more possibility, that is at the equatorial position. For that, one fluorine atom at the axial, that is one fluorine atom above the that plane as well as below the plane, and one of the fluorine atom it becomes the one equatorial position. Therefore the fluorine atoms, that is here the bond angle, here we can see that is it becomes T shape. The bond angle which is distorted, that is of 87.5 degrees Celsius. The bond angle in ClF3 is always 87.5 degrees Celsius, while that of BrF3 is 86.12 degree of Celsius, where it is decreases because of the bromine atom having the larger size as well as the lower electronegativity than the fluorine atom. So here we can see the shape of these molecules, that is here the T shape of this ClF3 molecules can be we can observe here. Next is bonding and shape of Cl2O molecule, that is dichlorine monoxide molecules. Here also the same thing, that is central atom is oxygen, surrounding atom is the chlorine, where it involves in the sp3 hybridization, that is regular shape of this hybridization is the tetrahedral shape. But here with the help of the VSEPR theory, here we can see central atom is the oxygen. We have the electronic configuration of this oxygen, that is 2s2, 2p2, that is 2p1, as well as the 2p y1 having the one unpaired electron and 2pz having the one unpaired electrons. at the time of this hybridization, 2s and 2p, that is non-bonded electrons, they form, that is lone pair of electrons, and these unpaired electrons of the 2, that is 2py and 2pz of the central atom of the oxygen, they can bond with the surrounding atom of the chlorine, forms into, that is irregular shape, that is distorted shape of the tetrahedral shape of the as we can see in the regular sp3 hybridization, it becomes distorted and it forms into the V shaped of structure of, that is Cl2O, which is suggested for these molecules. So likewise, where in the according to the valence shell electron repulsion theory, where the bonded pair, if a central atom having occupies all the bonded electrons, then the shape will become the regular. If it is occupies the non-bonded pair of electrons called as the lone pair of electrons, and the shape of that molecule becomes distorted or regular irregular shape of the molecules. I hope so. With this, here we can see the structure of the, that is bond angle structure as well as the bond angle of Cl2O, where the bond angle here it is increases, that is 109, that is a regular shape of the tetrahedron, to 111 degrees Celsius, 11 degrees not Celsius, 11 degrees. Because why it is increases the bond angle here, the chlorine atom is a surrounding atom having the bigger size, therefore the increase in the bond angle explained on the basis of their steric rounding of the large size of the chlorine atom where the surrounded to the oxygen atom, therefore the bond angle is increases to 109 to 111 degree. Here we can see there is a bond angle here. Here see, here the arrow mark here I will show. This is the bond angle of this chlorine, it becomes now 111 degree. Try to understand this, where because of the chlorine atom size is increases, the repulsion of these two, it is more as compared to this one. So therefore the bond angle rises to 109 degree of regular tetrahedral shape towards the 111 degree of this bond angle is explained for the Cl2O molecules for irregular shape of the tetrahedron. Okay, so with this I will stop here. I hope you understand these two concepts of ClF3 formation of ClF3 as well as Cl2O molecule on the basis of VSEPR theory. Okay, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button for latest videos notification. Thank you.